Please be seated. Good morning. It is a good morning. My name is Ray Crossman. I'm the president of Adler University. It's my privilege to welcome the family, friends, in our Adler community and members of the class of 2022. Jamal Cole, who will address our graduates today, the faculty, staff, administration, and trustees of Adler University, and all our distinguished guests. Before we begin today's ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional homelands of the indigenous peoples of the lands that we are on today. I'd like to recognize with respect that we are in the unceded territory of the Council of the Three Fires, which includes the Ojibwe, Adama, Potawatomi nations, and also the Miami, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Sac, Fox, Kickapoo, and Illinois nations. We recognize these indigenous people who are the traditional stewards of the lands upon which we have the privilege of living, working, and learning here in Chicago. I'd like to introduce members of the Adler University administration, our commencement speaker, trustees, and faculty who are here to celebrate our graduates today. On stage, please stand when your name is called and remain standing until I call the names, and please hold your applause. So with us today, we have Dr. Marina Bluestein, Interim Executive Dean of the Chicago campus, Dr. Maleka Ingram, the Executive Dean of our online campus, Jamal Cole, our commencement speaker today, Nolan Joyner, our board chair of the Board of Trustees, Nicola Edahan, our vice chair of the Board of Trustees, Kathleen St. Louis Caliento, trustee, Mark Heckler, trustee, Julian Morris, trustee. Please be seated. And our academic leaders, many of whom will hood our graduates, please stand and remain standing, and please hold your applause until I call all the faculty leadership. So Dr. Mark Bilkey, Associate Chair of the Counselor Education and Counseling, Dr. Christina Brown, Department Chair of Couple and Family Therapy, Dr. Christina Cox, Department Chair, Department of Psychology, Dr. Chui Chow, Department Chair, Counselor Education and Counseling, Dr. Cece Wang, Program Director, Clinical Rehabilitation Counseling, Dr. Ryan Tobias, Program Director for Forensic Mental Health Leadership, Dr. Teresa Fletcher, Program Director of Sport and Health Psychology, Dr. Jennifer La Savita, Department Chair, Art Therapy, Dr. Erica Wade Ball, Program Director for Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Dr. Jennifer Bonino, Program Director for Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Dr. Sandra Song, Program Director for Public Policy and Administration, Dr. Michelle Dennis, Department Chair for the Online Campus, Dr. Donna DeMatteo Gibson, Program Director for Industrial and Organizational Psychology, Dr. Marianne Cabrera, Program Director, Organizational Leadership, Dr. James Halbert, Program Director for Industrial and Organizational Psychology, Dr. Tricia Mazurkowski, Program Director for Clinical Psychology, Dr. Bart Beekner, Interim Program Director for Military Psychology, and Dr. Eddie Gordon, Program Director for Public Administration. Let's give them a hand. And please be seated. So many of our fabulous faculty are with us here today. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. And I know it's hard, but please hold your applause until I finish calling all the faculty's members' names that we have here with us today. Just stand. Dr. Joe Triani, Dr. Rabiatu Berry, Dr. Jana Henning, Dr. Peter G., Dr. Catherine McNeely, Dr. Luba Babova, Dr. Ashabi Dean, Dr. Elizabeth Fatopoulos, Mr. Henry Hansen, Ryan Hansen, Dr. Musunge Muti Kapalamula, Dr. Stacy Reisinger, Dr. Terry Shigano, Dr. Neil Bakian, Dr. Vida Dyson, Dr. Lauren Malamed, Dr. Steve Migalski, Dr. Nataka Moore, Dr. Seema Segal, Dr. Jerry Westermeyer, Dr. Joshua Wolf, Dr. Monica Boyd Lane, Dr. Kadmona Hall, Dr. Christina Biederman, Dr. Marcia Vaughn, Dr. Susan Zolin, Dr. Andrew Suth, Dr. Tamika McGee Holloway, Dr. Rachel Diamond, Dr. Melissa Morgan, Dr. Geraldine Palmer, Dr. Christina Wilkerson, Dr. Vincent Marasco, Dr. Dara Winley, and Dr. Janica Jones. Let's have a hand for our faculty. Please be seated. Delights, graduates, we are so delighted to be here in person today. My colleagues and I are excited to join you and your family and your friends to celebrate your accomplishments. We celebrate your successful journey through graduate school. Today, we celebrate your continuing journey of learning, scholarship, and service, and growth, as we welcome you into the disciplines of counseling psychology, industrial and organizational psychology, counseling art therapy, clinical psychology, and public policy and administration. You are completing graduate school during an extraordinary time in history, not only in the history of our city and our nation and the world, but in the journey of Adler University. This fall marks the beginning of our 70th anniversary as an institution, advancing social justice and educating the leaders and change makers of tomorrow. The ideas, the important ideas that we began with in 1952, coming out of Hull House, coming out of the work of Alfred Adler about community health and our health residing within our community life, that word that our graduates can say, but maybe you friends and family don't know how to say yet, Gemeinschaftsgefühl, that word, that concept is as relevant today, 70 years later, as it was in 1952. To be an Adlerian, to be an Adler University graduate, a socially responsible practitioner, is to be an effective agent of personal and social change in the pursuit of social justice. Congratulations on answering this call to action, and congratulations on your achievement. Now I'd like to welcome Dr. Malika Ingram, Executive Dean of the Online Campus, to the podium.
Good morning. We're delighted to be together in this moment of celebration. As I look out into the enthusiastic crowd today, I see the excitement everyone has. Each year at commencement, a member of the graduating class is invited to address their fellow students and those of us here to celebrate their important achievements. This year, I'm pleased to announce one of the online campus's most recent doctoral recipients, Jessica Ray Prado. Jessica graduated from Adler University in 2019 with her master's in industrial and organizational psychology, and has now completed her doctorate in industrial and organizational psychology. She was an intern for the Jamie Kimball Foundation for Courage, an organization which is a nonprofit based in Charlotte, North Carolina, dedicated to stopping intimate partner violence and abuse. During her 4 years at Adler, Jessica was a student experience coordinator with the Department of Student Experience and Academic Advising. She also participated in a number of other groups and organizations, both at the university and beyond. Please welcome Jessica Ray Prado.
Hello, friends. My name is Jessica Ray Prado. My pronouns are she, her. And I am humbled as well as honored to speak at this year's graduation ceremony. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize that we are in Chicago, which is the unceded territory of the Council of Three Fires, which included the Ojibwe, Odawa, Potawatomi nations, and also the Miami, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Sac, Fox, and Kickapoo, as well as Illinois nations. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, which belongs to the Cherokee, the Catawba, the Waxhaw, the Chiraw, and Sugaree peoples. I share this to bring attention to our interconnected nature and feel it important that we begin together. Let us take a moment to pause and remember those who inhabited, cared for, and loved these lands before colonialism appropriated the land unjustly. You all see me now as a grown woman at the end of a terminal degree. But that's not the full story. It's one chapter. As a child, I was a middle-of-the-road student. I was neither good nor terrible in my report cards. My grandfather instilled inside of me this thought: you can do anything so long as you never give up. He lived his life on this, I have no doubt. As a young boy, he worked with the family's dairy cows and had to leave school at the age of 8 years old to help his parents with work that he accepted readily, as he was devoted to his family. During a college tour before high school graduation, I expressed a desire to major in psychology, but was dissuaded because I feared I wouldn't be smart enough to get a master's degree. I battled my dyslexia and epilepsy and held firmly to a belief in myself. I was told by a dear friend that C's get degrees, and that was very helpful as I made my way through college and earned my bachelor's degree from USC Upstate in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I've had many conversations over the years with Adler's students, faculty, and staff. Once I even met a fellow online student in real life. Her name is Jessica Thompson. A few times she and I have talked about the strength that it takes to both let go of and hang on to symbols. The online campus has no walls, no halls. No classrooms where talk can take place. These were and are symbols that each person who is an online student or an online graduate lets go of to varying degrees when making this valuable, economical, and impactful decision. However, sometimes it is important to hang on to symbols. I emailed my advisor, Dr. Samantha Coleman, to no end after she shared her idea to create a student government for the online campus, which was known as the Cohort Ambassador Program. I created walls that were decorated with things that felt warm like laughter with friends, corridors where consolation and comfort were possible, and staircases that challenged me. I say visualized rather than imagined because all of this and more was here at Adler, waiting for me. We Adlerians are family. Our differences, those differences seen and those differences unseen, are valuable. Our experiences as students add to the conversations that stimulated our learning. Brittany Fair, a student at the Vancouver campus, has led meditation practices. She often reminded us of this truth. We are simply human beings being human. Although we haven't changed the world in a short time, my fellow graduates, we have done some amazing things. Oak, Kai, and Noah. It was an honor to watch and support the birth of PRISM, a student community focused on creating space for both queer and heteronormative folk to come together. Reshma, Vince, and Helen, thank you for running PsyChi, the International Honor Society for Psychology. Y también, gracias a Fernanda Borja, una estudiante en Vancouver, para ayudarme con HLSA, the Latinx Student Association. I ask all who bear witness to this speech, what if What if the narrative of white supremacy was meant to divide us all at an individual as well as collective level? Remember that anti-Black racism is still here. It will take a long time to soothe the burns that erode the spirit of the American dream. And the laws of the United States are meant to encapsulate the spirit, but may only do so by the letter. It is not my place to speak for all of those whom I share this graduation day with. It is typical, however, for people who look like me with pale skin to take the honor of imparting wisdom. Instead, I would like to say that I feel consciousness is an important aspect of accountability, an aspect of social justice that Dr. Eddie Burks brought to attention at last year's graduation ceremony. My hope is that we can stay consciously connected to others in a world that continuously points out our differences and provides innumerable reasons to divide. United, we will rise today for the recognition of our collective achievements. May we stay forever committed to seeing each other and those around us. May we all have the courage to speak with our hearts. May we all have the strength to remain open to life and its many happy moments, despite a world which is cruel and seeking to nail us down to conformity. Using your voices and your hands, let us remember and commit to the multidimensional value that we all bring to the table. Thank you. That's all I have.
Sometimes you need to low microphone to raise your voice. Thank you, Dr. Prado. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Marina Blufstein, and I'm the Interim Executive Dean of Chicago campus. I'm pleased to welcome our next speaker, Jamal Cole. Each year, our commencement address is given to by someone who embodies the Adlerian spirit. The founder and the CEO of My Block, My Hood, My City, which is recognized as one of Chicago's fastest growing social impact organizations, Jamal and his organization provides youth from divested neighborhoods with an awareness of the world and opportunities beyond their neighborhoods. A Chicago native, author, and activist, Cole has been named one of the 25 most powerful Chicagoans by Crain's magazine. In 2019, Crain's magazine also named him to its annual 40 Under 40 list, and in 2018, he was named one of the 20 most inspiring Chicagoans by Steerwise magazine. And in 2022, he ran for the U.S. House of Representatives to represent Illinois' 1st Congressional District. Please welcome Jamal Cole.
Thank you, Adler University, for presenting me with an honorary doctorate degree for my achievements in humanities and philanthropy. And I want to thank my family for providing me with a doctorate degree in life. Right? I never set out to start a nonprofit organization. Like growing up, we couldn't do anything that involved the words nonprofit. Even now, that's not inspiring. Nonprofit? You don't go volunteer for no profit, right? I applied to one university growing up, and that was Howard University, of course, right? And that was because Sean Puffy Combs went there, and I wanted to be like Puff Daddy. And I remember applying, and the application was $75, and we didn't have that kind of money when I was 17. We didn't have that kind of money. I was eating at the homeless shelter every day, embarrassed. My classmates would be passing out turkeys for Thanksgiving and serving me food. I was embarrassed. My dad would say, hold your head up high when you go eat that food. Don't be embarrassed. I was nervous. They looking at me, Dad. We didn't have $75, but we found it to apply. I waited all year. I never heard anything back from Howard University at all. So about 2 weeks before high school graduation, I went to my guidance counselor. And I said, hey, I applied to Howard University. I'm trying to be like Puffy. I'm going to the league, man. If I ain't going to be a rapper, I'm going to the league. I'm trying to get out the projects, out this hotel. I'm trying to buy my dad a Cadillac. My guidance counselor said, Jamal, you don't have the grades to go to Howard University. You need to go to a trade school or go to the military. You can't get into a Division I university. I said, what's the division? I didn't know Division I, division, what does that mean? All I know is I'm going to the league, lady. Her phone rang and she left the office, my guidance counselor. And there was a book on her shelf. It said All American Colleges. I grabbed the book, I opened it up, I ripped the page out of it real fast, and I shoved it in my pocket. She came back to the office and she was blah, blah, blah. She was probably telling me the truth at the time, but from a 17-year-old kid from North Chicago, I was like, man, you talking down on me. You hating on me. That's how I interpreted it. I had the long braids like Meek Mill. I'm like, you talking down on me. I'm going to the league, lady. So I went downstairs. I took the paper out of my pocket. I opened it up, and it said Wayne State College, Nebraska. And I said, Nebraska? What's in Nebraska, man? Buffaloes? But I didn't have the internet. I never knew anybody who went to college. So I looked at the paper. It said 402-375-7000. And I called the number. A lady named Nancy answered the phone. I said, Nancy, y'all got a basketball team? She said, yeah, I'm going to the league. Send me some information. Long story long, y'all. A couple weeks later, they sent me an acceptance letter in the mail. They accepted people from alternative high schools in Chicago. And when I seen that acceptance letter, it had manicured lawns, a gymnasium. I mean, I thought I was going to Notre Dame. I was calling everybody back. I was calling everybody. I'm going to the league, Ma. Check it out, Ma. I'm going to the league. I'm about to go to Wayne State College in Nebraska. I'm about to buy you a Cadillac. I'm about to be like Kobe. My mom said, you got accepted to college? I said, yeah, Ma, I got accepted to college. She said, well, what are you trying to be, white? I said, no, Ma, I'm not trying to be white. I'm just going to the league. I'm trying to get us out the hood. She was scared for me going to college in Nebraska, understandable. So I took the letter to my friends in the hood. I said, Jeremy, check it out, man. I got accepted to Wayne State College in Nebraska. I'm going to the league, man. I'm about to buy you a Cadillac. We're about to get out the projects. Jeremy said, you leaving the hood? You leaving the block? Man, I ain't going nowhere. I got my jaw broke by my friends that summer. You think you better than us, man? You think you better than us because you going to college? I got my jaw broke by my own friends. I was walking around like Kanye West all summer. The old Kanye West, the old Kanye West. So I took the letter to my last support system was my father in the motel. And I said, Pops, check it out, man. I got accepted to Wayne State College in Nebraska. I'm going to the league, man. I'm about to buy us a Cadillac. We're going to get out this motel. We ain't got to eat the shelter no more, man. My dad looked at the acceptance letter. That same night, my dad stole a U-Haul truck and drove me to Nebraska, right? So I don't know why he stole a U-Haul truck, but he stole a U-Haul truck. And look, when you're, thank you. And when you're 17 in Chicago, you start getting credit cards in the mail. Mine had a $500 limit on it, right? And so we maxed this Capital One credit card out on just gas. Now, I bought some Air Force Ones. I ain't gonna lie. I bought some Air Force Ones, and I bought a Michigan State visor, and then the rest of the money was spent on gas money getting to Nebraska, right? And about 15 minutes before we got to Nebraska, we start seeing corn trees, cornfields everywhere. And my dad says, Jamal, you know what? I'm proud of you for, going to college. Nobody in the family's ever been to college before. I'm proud of you. He said, I do want to let you know, though, about 6 months ago, I got the letter from Howard University in the mail. And it hurt me to see you going to the mailbox every day at the motel looking for it. But they didn't accept you. And I knew if I showed it to you, it broke you. And you've been just like your friends that stayed in the block and went to jail and did all the things they did back in the streets. And that was one of the best things my father ever did for me. But you know, like right when I got to Wayne State College, all we had in the back of a 17-foot U-Haul truck was a box of Air Force Ones, a pack of white T-shirts, and a Michigan State visor and a basketball. And so literally, I went to the coach's office day one. I just walk right into the gymnasium. I go to the coach's office. I'm Jamal Cole. I'm from Chicago. I'm going to the league, man. I'm about to be like Kobe. And he was like, man, who are you? I said, I'm going to the league. I'm about to play for your team. He said, man, you have to get recruited. I said, what's recruited? I don't know the difference. What does that mean? I'm going to the league. I stopped at this coach's office every day for 3 months just so he could see me. You see Allen Iverson play last night? You see, look, I'm like that, man. I'm going to the league like that. I want to play for your team. He's like, this dude is crazy. But you're so persistent. After 3 months, man, of being persistent, he gave me a tryout and allowed me to walk onto the basketball team, and I was so happy because I never owned a pair of basketball shorts my whole life. My whole life until I got to college, I never had no shorts. Now I'm playing basketball for Wayne State. I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to the league. What? I got sweatpants. I got coats. I'm going to the league, y'all. I got my first pair of basketball shorts in college, right, by a dude named Rob. He gave me a purple pair of shorts. I never had no money growing up. I felt like I was rich. After 6 months of playing basketball, my coach, Rico Burkett, he said, Jamal, why do you have a 1.7 GPA? And I said, well, I went to an alternative high school in Chicago. I'm not used to having teachers. And now I got professors. I don't know how to study. I've never read a book. Plus, people in Nebraska are racist, man. You want to know why I don't have no money? In my first practice, they're saying, I've never played ball with a colored person before. The media is asking me questions like, Jamal, can you talk to my little brother on the cell phone? He's never talked to a black basketball player before. Will you talk to him? That's racist. You want to know why I don't get good grades? Coach, it's cold out here. I don't have no money. I hate the food. It smells like manure. Y'all treat me racist? I'm having a hard time adjusting, man. You got me practicing 2 times a day. After your long practices, I got to go back to my dorm room and roll some dice, make some friends. And my coach's name was Rico Burkett. He just listened to me as I go through my list. And he stopped me. He said, Jamal, you know what's missing from your list? I said, no, what's missing, coach? He said, your name's not on it. No excuses. The highest level of maturity is taking full responsibility for your actions. So I just said, Coach, what are you talking? You invited me to your office. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying. I don't know how to make good grades. It's cold out here. I don't have no money. I hate the food. It smells like manure outside. You smell that? I'm having a hard time adjusting. He said, Jamal, no excuses. The highest level of maturity is taking full responsibility for your actions. Kicked me out the office. I came back the next day. I thought he was going to kick me off the team. Nope. He gave me a $500 book scholarship. This is the second time I have $500 in my life. I'm going to the league. What? I went and bought some more Air Force Ones, right? I bought 4 of the 5 books I needed, though, this time, right? I bought 4 of the 5 books. In 1 semester at Wayne State, I went from a 1.7 GPA to a 3.5 GPA. So I was excited. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. So I took the report card to the coach's office. I said, Coach, check it out. I got 4 A's and a C, a 3.5. You got to start me now. I'm going to the league. You can't sit me on a bench now. I got a 3.5, 4 A's and a C. Look at it. My coach looked at my report card. He looked at me. He looked at my report card. He looked at me. His exact words were this, y'all. Why the hell did you get a C? I said, why did I get a C? I just told you it's cold out here. I don't got no money. I hate the food. Y'all treat me racist. Man, I'm having a hard time adjusting, y'all. Y'all tell y'all that story because the whole time I was in Wayne State, I only played 5 minutes of basketball. I never played. I graduated in 3.5 years. I made straight A's, but I never played. I hated my coach so much that I still don't like him a little bit to this day. You know how many Cadillacs I promised people back home? I was so mad about him that I wrote a book. My first book called Athletes and MCs. And it got published by a company in Atlanta. And they made like $90,000 on my first book and gave me $6,000. I said, man, I bought a pinky ring. I went to Hawaii and I was broke. I was like, dang. I said, the next time I write a book, I'm going to publish it myself. So that's what I did, y'all. I published a book called 50 Excuses. And I started selling them not too far from here, downtown in front of Foot Locker, Adams and State. And I sold so many books that more so than the money I made, it was somebody from Cook County Jail read the book and said, Jamal, come talk to the students, come talk to the people of the jail. Can you talk to them? I got to the jail, and I used to ask the kids, hey, why are you guys in jail for 20 years? Why hasn't your life worked out for you? What's going on? You know what they said when I asked them that question? It's cold out here. I got no money. I hate the food. The smell. Y'all treat me racist? And that's when it dawned on me that my coach wasn't teaching me basketball, y'all. He wasn't teaching me how to change my jump shot. He was teaching me to change my philosophy, man. I wasn't going to y'all got to find your own league. The league wasn't basketball for me. The league was starting a social impact organization in Chicago and teaching kids how to expand their worldview. A lot of kids in Chicago have never been downtown. They've never been to the lake. They've never waited for a taxi. They see Lake Michigan and they say, what ocean is that? That's not right. It's not regular, y'all. So I started a social impact organization, and I want to end off with just a few jewels I want to drop on y'all real quick because, again, I never set out to start a nonprofit organization. I never did. But I want to drop a few jewels on y'all before I get out of here. I guess the first I would say is that I met Russell Simmons one time, and I asked him for $1 million. I was like, man, I got a social impact organization I'm trying to start. Give me this $1 million. And he was like, Jamal, you don't need any money. I said, what do you mean, Russell Simmons? I don't need any money. He said, well, you're going to be successful because you're really trying to help people. I said, that's cool, man, but I need the $1 million. Russell Simmons was right. If you do what you love to do, you organically build relationships that'll help you become successful. That's a fact. Second jewel I want to drop on y'all is that tribulations, sometimes they're the real indicators that you're on the path to success. The tribulations, you don't remember you're not going to remember whatever you get, but you'll remember, oh, God, I've seen this before. I remember this happened to me before, and I stayed the course. That's number two. Number three I want to say is just stick to the basics, right? Just stick to the basics. A GPA increase doesn't mean your program is working in Chicago. It's not attendance either. When a kid stops sagging his pants or when they make a cuss word, it's, oh, I'm sorry I cussed you all. That's progress. That's progress you're making in the community. Think about that. And lastly, I would say find out what moves you. Like learning how you learn is very important, but find out what motivates you. What wakes you up at 4 a.m.? If it's not waking you up that early, I don't know if it's that. You got to be passionate about it, right? Find what moves you. What moves you to wake up early? That's what you need to be focused on right there. And lastly, it's kind of fun to do the impossible. I think that's what I love about social impact work. There's always a little ambiguity to it, but you and your team got to figure things out. Listen, y'all, my name is Jamal Cole. I want to thank y'all for taking the time. I'm going to the league, baby, and y'all find your own league too.
Jamal, soon to be Dr. Cole. I've heard a lot of commencement speeches in my time in this role and other roles. That was pretty inspirational. And yeah, you know how you don't remember your commencement speech from your graduation sometimes? Remember this one. Nice job, sir. Thank you very much. Your work to advocate for others and My Block, My Hood, My City is an inspiration to all of us. The dream of Alfred Adler and of our founders, and indeed all of us who chose and have chosen Adler University as our professional and educational home, is for this place to be a harbor in which justice is lifted up through our collaboration with one another and with the world. Jamal, I know that your passion for your hard work in advancing social justice inspires our graduates as they enter their chosen fields as socially responsible practitioners. So, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the administration of Adler University, I extend to you our appreciation and recognition of your ongoing commitment to advance social justice. On this day, the 6th of November, the year 2022, by the authority vested in me as the president of Adler University, I bestow on you the honorary degree of Humane Letters. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Marina Bluestein, Interim Executive Dean of the Chicago campus, to tell us about these flags back here.
Thank you, Dr. Crossman. Adler University has many traditions. One of them is rooted in a key element of Alfred Adler's theory, social interest. Adler's taught that social interest is central to the well-being of not only individuals, but the global community. Cultivating social interest increases our awareness of what we are all share as human beings. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing the essential rights and dignity of all people across diverse experiences, belief systems, and backgrounds. I'd like to draw your attention to the flags that are displayed on stage today. The flags of the countries represented by our graduates today. They testify to the increasingly diverse national backgrounds of students who attend our institution. Now, let us now begin the conferral of the degrees to the 2022 graduates of Adler University, Chicago, and online campuses. We are asking everyone to continue to limit the physical contacts and to please refrain from handshakes and hugs once you are on stage this year. Fist bumps and elbow bumps are welcomed. I know that Dr. Crossman will go in for the first bump when he hands you a diploma. Or for Dr. Crossman, your elbow, if you'd rather go for the elbow bump. I ask Dr. Malika Ingram, Executive Dean of Online Campus, to join me at this time. This is the 7th year of the Adler University has conferred degrees through our online campus. Launched in 2015, our online campus offers 5 Masters of Art programs and 2 doctoral degrees.
Will all the Master of Arts degree candidates of the Adler University online campus please stand? Families and guests, I present to you the candidates for the Master of Arts degrees. Dr. Crossman, will you declare these students graduates of Adler University?
Yes, I will. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the administration of Adler University, I extend you our congratulations upon completing the requirements for Master of Arts degree awarded to you on this day, the 6th of November, the year 2022. By the authority vested in me as the president of Adler University, I bestow on you the degree of Master of Arts with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities inherent therein.
Candidates, please be seated. I'll now invite Dr. James Halbert to come forward to hood the graduates of the Master of Arts in Industrial and Organizational Psychology program, Master of Arts in Industrial and Organizational Psychology with a concentration in Data Science, Master of Arts in Industrial and Organizational Psychology with a concentration in Human Resources Management, Master of Arts in Industrial and Organizational Psychology with a concentration in Training and Development. Okay. Will the degree candidates for the Master of Arts in Industrial and Organizational Psychology please stand and come forward? Francis Adams. Hello. Cheryl Jean Donathan. Hi. Nicole M. Haas. Hello. Amanda Acosta. Jonathan R. Bagnall. Charmaine A. Barkley. Chanel J. Clayton. Victoria Gibson Collins. Nelson Ojong. Kimberly Marie Barney Brook. Andrea Dawn Carter. Megan Narad. Shovika Shantakumar. Casey Watt. Riza Rasai Ahmad. Maria Stephanie E. Buwifana. Jeremy Matthew Dixon. Jill M. Caston. Carmen Rashay Miller. Karen Obadiah. Desiree Phillips Seeley. Taylor Shute. Elizabeth Garner Steinke. Okay, thank you, Jamie. All right. I now invite Dr. Marianne Carrera to come forward to hood the graduates of the Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership. Will the degree candidates for the Master of Arts in Psychology please stand and come forward? Elizabeth Blondell. Hey, thank you. Alexis Dupree. Hello. Heidi Nicole Johnson. Alexandria A. Cairo. Elise Clark. Lucia Gonzalez. I'm sorry. Thank you. Sable A. Heimer. Hello, thank you. Sean J. Sally. Oh, military. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ford. I now invite Dr. Bart Beekner to come forward to hood the graduates of the Master of Arts in Psychology, Specialization in Military Psychology, Master of Arts in Psychology, Specialization in Military Psychology with a concentration in Addiction Studies and a concentration in Psychology and Terrorism, and the Master of Arts in Psychology, Specialization in Military Psychology, concentration, and concentration in Psychology of Terrorism. Okay. Adriana Olivas Podero. Katrina L. Lowe. Jessica Joanna Nova. Carrie L. Home. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Biddy. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Eddie Gordon to come forward to hood the graduates of the Master of Public Administration, Concentration in Sustainable Communities. Jacqueline Ramos. Thank you. I now invite Dr. Tricia Marzarowski to come forward to hood the graduates of the Master of Arts in Psychology program. Master of Arts in Psychology with an emphasis in Child and Adolescent Development program. Master of Arts in Psychology with an emphasis in Child Adolescence Development and a concentration in Health and Wellness. And a Master of Arts in Psychology with an emphasis in Health and Wellness. Will the degree candidates of the Master of Arts in Psychology please stand and come forward? All right, looks like we don't have any present. Okay, thank you. Okay, congratulations, graduates. Okay, Ray. All right. All right. At this time, will the Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial and Organizational Psychology and Doctor of Philosophy in Organizational Leadership candidates please stand? Okay. Families and guests, I present to you the candidates for the doctoral degree. Dr. Crossman, will you declare these students graduates of Adler University?
On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the faculty and the administration of Adler University, I extend to you congratulations upon completing the requirements for your Doctor of Philosophy degree, awarded on this 6th day of November, the year 2022. By the authority vested in me as the President of Adler University, I bestow upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities inherent therein.
I'll now invite the faculty serving as dissertation chairs or their designees to come forward to hood the Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial and Organizational Psychology degree graduates. Will the degree candidates for the degree please come forward? Bianca Campos. Thank you. Stephanie M. Felice. Marina Hakimian. Jessica Ray Prado. Sarah K. Schulman. Jennifer Lee Snelling. Thank you. All right. I'd like to invite Dr. Jones to the podium. Okay. For organizational leadership, pardon me. Thank you. Holly Sue Booth. For the conferral degrees for the Chicago campus, I ask Dr. Marina Bluestein, Interim Executive Dean, Chicago campus, to join me at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Ingram. And again, congratulations all the graduates of the online campus. This is now the 44th year that Adler University has conferred degrees for our Chicago campus graduate programs. We awarded our first degrees, a Master of Art in Counseling Psychology, back in 1978. Our Chicago campus now offers 7 masters, 4 dual degree masters, 4 doctoral degrees, and 1 certificate program. I'm inviting Dr. Ray Crossman for the conferral of the degree. Will the Masters of Art, and Masters of Science degrees candidates of the Adler University Chicago campus please stand? Families and guests, I present to you these candidates for the Master of Arts, and Master of Science degrees. Dr. Crossman, will you declare these students graduates of Adler University?
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the administration of Adler University, I extend to you our congratulations upon completing the requirement for Master of Arts or Master of Science degree awarded to you on the 6th day of November, the year 2022. By the authority vested in me as the president of Adler University, I bestow upon you the degree of Master of Arts or certificate with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges inherent therein.
Thank you, Dr. Crossman. I'll now invite Dr. Christina Brown to come forward to hood the graduates of the Masters of Art in Couple and Family Therapy. Will the candidates, that was pretty loud, will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Liliana E. Alfaro. Peter Beer. Banan Butler. Allison Conway Saliani. Kayla Crump. Elizabeth Ebert with a certificate in sex therapy. I failed to acknowledge that for the previous graduate as well. What's your name? Grace Iden. Christina Galvan with a certificate in sex therapy. Hey, I remember you. Julia Gerhardt. That's easy for me. Michal Gordon, also with a certificate in sex therapy. Samantha Jones. Victoria Rodriguez Del Rio. Seth Taylor, also with a certificate in sex therapy. Autumn Zitterman. Thank you, Dr. Brown. I now invite Dr. Jennifer Lascivita to come forward to hood the graduates of the Masters of Art in Counseling Art Therapy. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Michelle Cabrera. Brianna Cooks. Allison A. DiCarlo. Maura Egan. Emily Sinana Fry. Danielle Gladys. Shelby Graves. Yuting Huang. Alexa Johnson Roush. Dr. Elisaveta keeps teaching. Lauren Lamort. Alison Moragan. Lauren Newstart. Good job. Claire Elizabeth Reiser. Jennifer Richards. Tess Abigail Ralston. Samantha Seneki. Gabrielle Schmidt. Sagavol. You said it. I don't know. That's what it says, the spell. Okay. Melissa Joy Sagavol. That's how it was typed. Sanali Salanki. Catherine Sullivan, also with certificate in substance abuse counseling. Rachel Holy Zopa. Samantha Van Demmen. Megan K. Beering. Brittany A. Waldron. Ray White. Thank you, Dr. Lasavita. I now invite Dr. Sandra Sung to come forward to who the graduates of the Master of Public Policy, Master of Public Policy Community Health, Master of Public Policy Human Rights Advocacy, and Master of Public Policy Sustainable Community. Will the candidates for these degrees please stand and come forward? Beth Moy. Tanika Diana. Jacob Matson. Okay. Anna Ramirez de Aguirre. Samantha Young. Nicole Patchen. Jasmine Baladas. Rosalind Murga. Thank you, Dr. Song. I now invite Dr. Jennifer Bonino to come forward to who the graduates of the Masters of Art in Counseling, specialization in clinical mental health counseling online modality. Will the graduates for this degree please stand and come forward? These online modality people making a lot of real life movements. Amy Elizabeth Bear. Sarah Ann Glau. Lola Marie Ciccone. Kristen Ann Cutts. Kai Fassi. Alexis Flagstead. Elizabeth Gallo. Heather Christine Harris. Amanda Kubelashvili. Shannon Heyer. Rika B. Jefferson. Rikobi. Christina Kitlinski. Ashley Knight. Lauren Marcezin. Elena Martinez. Stephanie Meyer. Sydney Oaks. Becca L. O'Neill. Angus Raymond. Molly Richards. Alexis Riviera. Deja Servian. Courtney van der Minden. Michaela Williams. Rachel Wilson. Thank you, Dr. Bonino. And I'm now inviting Dr. Erica Wade Ball to come forward to hood the graduates of the Masters of Art in Counseling, Specialization in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Would the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Tanisha Adams. Julia Adler. Jade Marie Austin. Aliyah. Aliyah Michelle Bate. Angela Kempian. Sandy Chavez. Willie Chavez. Katharina Dubler. Alexandra English. Epkins. Music Epkins. Sarah Epstein. Maria Teresa Guevara. Pass AQ, also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Janelle Lian. Celinda Yvette Mancia. Adair McDonald. Carla Miranda, also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Oak Marina, also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Sofia Mozzarelli. Allison Nelson. Akina Olaway. Amaya? Amaya Phillips, also with certificate in sex therapy. Shelby Joe Plummer. Mora Popovich. Liliana Ramos. Joseph Reingold. Giselle Sanchez, also with certificate in substance abuse counseling. Amanda Santiago. Danielle Silan, also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Elda Silva. Maricela Silva. Broderick Sturms, also with the certificate in substance abuse counseling. Jelisa Saez. I hope I did well. Kenzie Faith Taff. Latashma Taylor. Shanice Thomas, also with certificate in substance abuse counseling. Shakat Tiku. Stephanie Sellos. Jada Williams. Maya Emily Kaliani Wilson. Skylar Wittenberg. Hannah Yassin. Nicole Zimniak. Thank you, Dr. Wade Bull. And I'm now inviting Dr. Cece Wang to come forward to put the graduates of the Masters of Art in Counseling, Specialization in Rehabilitation Counseling. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Sarah Shearbeck. Thank you, Dr. Wang. I now invite Dr. Ryan Tabais to come forward to put the graduates of the Masters of Art in Counseling, Specialization in Forensic Counseling, and the Masters of Art in Forensic Mental Health Leadership. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Imani Allen. Olivia Burton. Megan or Megan? Megan? Megan Louise Hathaway. Peyton Lynch. Thank you, Dr. Tobias. And now I invite Dr. Teresa Fletcher to come forward to put the graduates of the Masters of Science in Sport and Human Performance. Will the graduates for this degree please stand and come forward? Emily Cook. Dr. Teresa Fletcher will remain on stage to put the graduates of the dual degrees of Masters of Science in Sport and Human Performance and Masters of Science in Counseling, specialization in clinical mental health counseling. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Well, they walk in. We still have another one here. Kelsey Gustafson. Alice Amel. Emily Rose Bacalou. Catherine Cunningham, also with certificate in substance abuse counseling. Caitlin Marie DiCrispino. Mallory Irene Jones. Audrey Hours. Madison Repack. Daniel Rowack. Connor Ryan. Julia Catherine Schmeiris. Dorothy Tarnowski. Cristal Vasquez. Francesca Williamson. Samantha Mizak. Jordan Stewart. And Dr. Teresa Fletcher will remain to hood the graduates of the dual degrees of Master in Science in Sport and Human Performance and Master of Arts in Counseling, Specialization and Rehabilitation Counseling. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Oh, the one? Oh, that's easy. I now invite Dr. Ryan Tobias again to come forward again to hood the graduates of the dual degrees of Master of Arts in Forensic Mental Health Leadership and Master of Arts in Counseling, Specialization in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and come forward? Thea Simone Brand. Crystal Nicole Fox. Holly Noel Gruber, also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Andrea Ibarra. Allison Schacht, also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. And Dr. Ryan Tobias will remain on stage to hood the graduates of the dual degrees, the Masters of Art in Forensic Mental Health Leadership and Masters of Art in Counseling, Specialization and Rehabilitation Counseling. Well, nobody wants to graduate from it, right? Oh, come, yay! You want. You want it? You get it.
I do.
Armani Renee Nightingale. But also with a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Congratulations, graduates, and I want my degree that we have heard is just the best thing to say. Now I'm inviting Dr. Raymond Crossman for the conferral of doctoral degrees. At this time, will the Doctor of Philosophy in Art Therapy, the Doctor of Philosophy in Counselor Education Supervision, and Doctor of Psychology in Clinical Psychology degree candidates please stand? Family and guests, I present to you the candidates for the doctoral degree. Dr. Crossman, will you declare these graduates graduate of Adler University?
Candidates, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the administration of Adler University, I extend to you our congratulations upon completing the requirements for Doctorate of Psychology, Doctorate of Philosophy degrees awarded to you on the 6th day of November 2020. By the authority vested in me as the President of Adler University, I bestow upon you the doctoral degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities inherent therein.
Thank you, Dr. Crossman. I now invite faculty serving as dissertation chairs or their designees to come forward to who the Doctor of Philosophy in Art Therapy degree graduates. Will the degree candidates for this degree please come forward? Elizabeth Markman. Jennifer Katikane. I now invite faculty serving as dissertation chairs of all the designees to come forward to who the Doctor of Philosophy in Counselor Education and Supervision degree graduates. Will the degree candidates for this degree please come forward? Carly Bosco. Evaristo Spenda. Tiana St. Stephen. Kayla Santos. Raliat Q. Adeboye Joe. Thank you. I now invite faculty serving as dissertation chairs or their designees to come forward to who the Doctor of Psychology and Clinical Psychology degree graduates. Will the degree candidates for this degree please come forward? Brianna Hayden Geddes Jones. Nina Matthews. Nathaniel Wilkins. Indra Abril Gonzalez Juarez. Haley Billings. Julia Miller. Jenna Kathleen Gidman Dutton. Justin Michael Matos. Catherine Panzica. Oh, yeah. Shakira, okay. Shakira Adidayo Shine Bola. Andrew Charles Well. Kathleen Nicole Admire. Martina Madrid. Yulia Wallace. Ruby Haytham Aranki. Brianna Actor. Aslahan Tuzun. Wendy Beth Baker. Shauna Brough. Cassidy Bacalo. Tawanda Renee Casway. Casey. Diana. Shadis. Diana Shidus. Mark Eliad Chiney. Justin Chu. Kelly Dunn. Megan Wa Finkelberg. Daniel Freeland. And Wei Tian Egbenosang. I just need the tag. Say it again. No, I just need to practice. Okay, everyone. Okay, Catherine and Lucia. Okay. Yep. Ready to go? Okay. Captain Emily Jilka. Mai Nak Win. Paul Obej. Alexandra Page. Haley Comberg Roberts. Rebecca Rodriguez Riviera. Vanessa Silva. Oh, sorry. It's a little premature. Michelle Swantek. Hannah Tucker. Parvanam Sasha Baliyattam. Say it again. Pavanam Sasha Balyantham. Oops, sorry. Geraldo. Angelica, that was Geraldo. Angelica Velas Geraldo. Kristen Ray Wheeler. Danielle Marie Pearson. Lauren Nicole Kane. Kasturi Dasgupta. Gupta. Catherine Hoff. Megan McKitcher. Courtney Schmidt. Genoveva. Thank you. Genoveva Soto. It's yours. Denise Daly. Gabrielle Eberstein. Kelsey Gillian. Adrienne Little. Adrienne. Brian Ellison. Katarina K. Marsh. Joya Perella. Elizabeth Nicole Wells. Samantha Taylor. J.C. Holmes. Levine or Levin? Zachary Levine. Akiko Heinz. Christopher Ryan Smith. Irene Stewart. Okay, they'll get to applaud you longer. Divya Bhagavatula. Mary Catherine Sanders. Olga Sarah Golda Kilstein. Congratulations, graduates. Will all the graduates please stand? The turning of the tassel on your regalia from right to left signifies the completion of this part of your graduate education. You may now move your tassels from right to left. Graduates, please stand and turn to face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, I now present to you the Adler University graduating class of the year 2022. Graduates, please be seated.
Wow. Please be seated. Just a few more things here. First, as the graduates and everyone here knows, no one goes to graduate school alone. No one completes graduate school alone. When you go to graduate school, your family and your friends and your community go to school with you. This is a day both for our graduates and for their supporting communities. So right now, I'd like to ask the spouses and partners of the graduates to stand and be recognized. I'd like to ask, please, the children of the graduates to stand now and be recognized. Parents of the graduates, please stand and be recognized. And siblings and grandparents and aunties and uncles and family members, please stand and be recognized. And Lord knows, and the graduates know too, when you go to graduate school, you drag your friends with you, right? So friends of the graduates, please stand and be recognized. Y'all are part of the Adler University community. Thank you for making this collectively happen today, a community making these graduates complete. Now, I'd like to have a brief word with the graduates. I am so proud of you. Everybody up here, all of us at the university are so proud of you. You've already accomplished so much in collaboration with each other and with your faculty in countless projects and activities, so many things that you've done in communities, research projects, direct action projects. You, the class of 2022, have already given through Practica almost 200,000 hours of direct community service. You have touched more than 10,000 clients already in your work with us. Yes, that is impressive, and you're just getting started. As you know, graduates across your years with us here at Adler, you've heard and experienced a good deal about what we believe it means to continue the work of Alfred Adler, who revolutionized how we approach wellness in society. Now, as Adler University graduates, it's up to you to decide what it means to continue the work of Alfred Adler. You know how to apply the foundational work of Alfred Adler. You know social interest, Gemeinschaftsgefühl, you know how to say it, you know how to do it, you know it as a way to explain people, to guide work with people, and to describe our responsibility to each other within our communities. You know how to assess situations from multiple perspectives and how to find solutions in far-ranging, innovative, and results-oriented ways. Across your professional lives, you will serve in many ways. As practitioners, as facilitators, as administrators, as managers, as educators. And in all of these endeavors, you will be leaders. Because as Adlerians, Adler University graduates, you bring specific and exceptional knowledge, values, and skills. You bring a unique perspective and approach. You bring, well, you're in the league, as some might say. You bring leadership to the people, to the families, and to the communities that you will serve and support. And as you know, there's no shortage of challenges now facing our communities. I believe that you are up to the challenge. I and everybody here at the university expect and know that you will make us proud as you continue the important work of engaging communities and advancing social justice. As you do, please let us know your path and your successes. Let us know your triumphs and your struggles within your experiences and work. Stay connected with us to return to the university for professional tune-ups and education, for fun and celebration, and for support. I, along with everyone here at the university, cannot wait to hear how you will continue the work of Alfred Adler. Welcome to the community of Adler University graduates, of Adlerians, and congratulations to you on your achievement. Thank you, everybody, for attending today's commencement ceremonies. Graduates, faculty, and guests here on the platform, please rise for the recessionals, and congratulations to the class of 2022.